I saw the mother of all Wicks. That's all I could tell you. I saw the mother of all Wicks. I didn't see where it went back to, but I see it pierced zero, went into those sub levels, and it wicked back.
What's going on, guys? Sir Lewis here. In today's video, I'm going to share this stream with you guys. I believe TC shared it as well. Shout out to TC. But this channel is called God's Algorithm, and he's a Christian actually that at first did not believe the wall of transfer when he came upon it. You know, he talks about this in the video. I'm going to basically show you guys here the highlights and talk about my opinion at the end of the video. So let's take a listen here to his dream and his experience.
I'm making this video to just put out there some things that I was shown regarding the BTC flash crash, which is something I didn't really believe in. I didn't think it was, I thought it was just people just having dreams just to have dreams, I guess. It wasn't something that was prevalent to me, nor did I think it was anything that, that was real. I was quickly proven wrong. I am a follower of Christ. I do believe in Jesus Christ. I do believe that, we're living in crazy special times. And so I'm not naive to those things. It's just, there's certain things I just wasn't sold on. But quickly, there's a scripture in the Bible that says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. And yeah, I was definitely confounded going into this dream that I had. There's two dreams that I want to share with you guys, but the first dream was part of a four scene. So there was the first dream I'm going to give to you was part of a 4-stage or 4-scene type setting. But I'm gonna just give you the third setting or the third scene for time's sake. I saw myself at the intersection of these two roads that's next to this airport. And as I was at this intersection, I saw a UFO, a saucer. And this is, mind you, now this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to share the dream, because it's really weird. It sounds completely like just weird, right? You talk about UFOs, people think you're nuts. But this is what I saw. I saw a UFO. It looked really nice. It was jet black with it, and the outer rim of the disc was like mirror. It was like a mirror. You kind of see yourself. But it was in the sky. It was hanging there, and instantaneously, without any warning, it shot into the sky at like the speed of light. The minute it did that, the next thing I know, the sky turned really, 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 really dark. As the sky turned dark, I was looking up at the sky, like, this is kind of like, this is kind of scary. Like, Lord, are you returning or something? And the next thing I know, I see this plane just nosedive out of the sky. It's heading straight towards me. I was with somebody else. I don't know if it was my mother or another family member, but I quickly grabbed the person and I said, "We have to go. We have to go. This thing is coming down. It's coming down." And I start running. As I'm running, the plane hit the ground, but it didn't explode. It did something weird. It started bouncing like a basketball or a toy, and it was just destroying everything around it. Fences, cars, buildings. Everything else is getting destroyed, but the plane is intact, but it's just bouncing like a toy, and it's wrecking everything. Roads, bridges, you name it. Everything is just getting destroyed by this plane. But the plane is fine. The plane didn't explode. It's bouncing like a toy, like a basketball. Deliberately, as it's doing all this, it's flying towards me though, and I find myself doing 007 moves trying to avoid this plane. And right when I think I'm out the woodworks, and I think I get away from it, another plane starts to tumble out the sky. And I said, "Oh no, God, there's no way. You got to be kidding me." And in the dream, it felt surreal. I felt like I was actually tired. Like I felt like I was actually in that dimension or whatever. I'm just like, Lord, I know this is it. I'm just gonna throw in the towel. You can't do this to me. I can't do this. Like, I just got done avoiding this one. You want me to avoid that one? Right before the plane hit me, right? I quickly became a huge, huge giant. And the second plane was nothing, right? It's like I absorbed it. It was weird, but it was nothing. Instantaneously, I found myself in the fourth scene, and like just a whole bunch of people around me and telling me, they're basically like telling me how, oh, how did you do that? How did you know? You're like the GOAT. You're the guy. Like, well, how did you get? You're just awesome, man. Like, that was just crazy how you did that. And I'm just like, what's going on? Like, what? Why are these people around me? Did I make it to the NFL? Like, what happened? Did I make it to the Super Bowl? And I just woke up. I was really, really confused. For a while, I thought the dream meant that, if I got on a plane, something horrible would go wrong, and I would just, I would end up dying on a plane or something. But that's not what it meant. After a while of just asking God, like, yo, what could it mean? The plane signified, the crypto markets and the stock markets. Basically signified that the crypto markets, right, along with the stock markets, will crash and will hit ground zero. It will not just hit ground zero, but it will bounce there, it will hang there, right? Just and just wreak havoc globally. Me being right in the middle of that, the Lord showed me that I guess, by the grace of God, I'll be able to capitalize and, obtain some BTC, right? So it was just it was shocking to me because, like I said, I didn't, when God gives you a dream, at first it doesn't make any sense. I don't know. God has this way where he'll give you a dream and it makes completely no sense. It's like alien into the clouds at light speed. That signified, the Lord showed me and told me that that meant that there's dirty work at play, and there's not just dirty work with these politicians and these government officials and big bankers, but they're dealing with demonic entities. Like, there's demonic entities involved in all of this. Kings of the earth are mingling and have are in cahoots with these beings, basically, and it's all tied in. And that's what's going to trigger this crash somehow, some way. It's going to just cause complete chaos, and it's all due to this inorganic crash that's going to be deliberately done on purpose. That was that dream. Fast forward, last September, before I give you the second dream. So the first dream was the first dream I just gave you, that happened in April, Marches. The second dream I'm going to give you happened just recently on October 21st or 22nd. I can't remember the exact day, but it was around that time. Prior to that, though, before I give you the second dream, last in September this year, I found this. Basically, it was the dollar, right? Or the DXY. It completely it glitched. It glitched and went straight to zero. Anybody with common sense that understands the markets know that anything that's pegged to the dollar, right? If something that's pegged to a specific currency, if that currency goes to zero, instantaneously that asset it becomes invaluable. It goes to zero as well. Everything goes to zero. When I saw it, I thought I was crazy. I said, what is going on? Mind you, another thing is that whole time frame. There was rumors that the ISO 222 protocol, which is basically a payment standard that the whole world is going on, right? This is part of the powers that be. This is part of their plan to move the whole world to a new payment system. There's rumors that there were stress tests going on. So, that was also in the back of my mind when I saw this. I thought I was crazy. I called a friend and I said, "Yo, do you see this?" And they saw it. They went nuts. I called two other friends, actually, two or three other friends, and they all saw it. They all sent me screenshots and confirmed exactly what I was seeing on the daily chart. You could see that the DXY had glitched and went to zero. He didn't want to just deal with me with dreams, but he wanted to actually show me, look, this is what's to come. Now, fast forward into October. I was sleeping one night, which was, the 21st. I was sleeping, and I saw myself in front of the charts, right? And I was watching the Bitcoin. I was watching the Bitcoin price. It kind of dipped to 19,500, or it went to 19,500. When it did that, I told myself, I said, "Wow, I wonder if it's gonna fall now." The minute I said that, instantaneously, the minute I said that warp speed, it went straight to zero. It not only went to zero, but it pierced zero, and it went into sub-zero levels. And if you go to on Bitcoin, if you look at Bitcoin past zero, it doesn't say 0.0000. It goes straight into negative numbers, and it went straight to negative 912. I instantly, in the dream, I started to panic because I have orders on both Bittrex and KuCoin, but I didn't have time to check both exchanges. I just checked my Bittrex, and sure enough, as I checked my Bittrex, I was astonished to see that I caught quite a bit of Bitcoin. It was crazy. It was so surreal. I started going nuts. I kind of had like a little panic attack. Started to have in the dream. Started to have panic. I had a little panic attack. I started to hyperventilate, and I tried to tell my mom. The minute I tried to tell my mom, I woke up. That dream was just so surreal to me because like I told you guys before, sometimes I struggle with my faith. And I was telling the Lord, I said, Lord, I don't know where to put my limit orders. I don't want to be too greedy. I don't want to miss it. I don't want to put too low. And the Lord was like basically telling me like, look, just don't worry about that. Just cast the net, right? Cast the net. When Jesus told Peter to cast his net, he didn't tell Peter, hey, put it a quarter way down or put it a fifth way down or you know, go 7 feet into the water. Go to he didn't go ahead and just make sure that you have that there. Anybody with a set of two eyes and a brain know that we're going to have the worst market crash that the world has ever seen. The signs are there, the economics, the numbers are there, the economic stats are there. It's all there. So this is not a game, folks. It's real. The purpose of this market crash is to deliberately bankrupt the middle class. Just to sum up, if you you don't know what's going on, I suggest do a little research and figure out what's going on. Try to catch up. There will be no middle class. There will be a big chasm between the rich and the poor after this happens. So the Lord really wants to wake up His people because other things that need to be done and to set them up prior to this. So, folks, I wasn't gonna share this dream. Like I said, I just felt weird. Everybody's sharing dreams out there. But after I had the second dream, it was like, wow, Lord, like, I know you're telling me something. I need to put this out there. This is definitely going to take place. We're definitely in that time frame now, and it's fourth quarter, and the climax of this great story is happening. This is the same situation where Israel is crossing the Red Sea, and when God parted the seas for Israel, Pharaoh and his generals and his soldiers thought that they could cross over as well. And the minute they thought that, God collapsed the Red Sea right on top of them, and they were never seen again. It was the same situation. A lot of these institutions, I'm not going to name names because I don't know which ones, but a lot of them are going to go under when this happens. And so basically their own algo is going to be their demise. This thing is going to really just annihilate, a lot of big names. Pharaoh cornered them at the Red Sea. Few of them knew that God was going to do something. A lot of them said, oh, Pharaoh, Moses, what did you do? You let us here to die. You should have left us in Egypt. But there were the few that believed that God was going to do something they didn't know when. And sure enough, God told Moses, hey, lift the staff, part it, and it happened. So I say this to say that, guys. Have faith. If any of you guys are on the fence, just do a little bit of research. Ask God. Don't believe anything I tell you. I'm not a prophet. I don't claim to be a prophet. I'm just somebody that God showed in the dream when the crash happened and it pierced zero. It went into sub-zero levels. Because I know people are probably gonna comment and ask, what price did it go to? I saw the mother of all wicks. That's all I could tell you. I saw the mother of all wicks. I didn't see where it went back to, but I see it pierced zero, went into those sub levels, and it wicked back. That wick was just massive. It took up the whole screen. And I can't tell you what price it bounced back to, but it did bounce back. It looked like it bounced back towards those levels, those original levels. I just don't know where. Yeah, I do not know what price it was at after it did what it did. I'm not sure, but the wick was so big. The wick was scary. It looked like it could stab you through the screen. That's how big this wick was. So I do not know what price it went back to or what price it returned to. It was instantaneous. It was fast. It was quick. If you blinked, you missed it. That's all I could tell you. And I didn't see it return to any price. I just saw that the wick it went to zero, beyond zero.
Wow, what a great video. Thank you, Algo, for sharing your dream. And for all of you guys watching, definitely go subscribe to his channel. I'll leave his channel link and his video in the description below. In my opinion on his video, on his dream, just me watching at first I have to say, like, I felt like he was very authentic. Like, he actually did not believe it at first, when he heard about the wealth transfer. And then slowly he got hints, and then he finally got a big dream from God that showed the flash crash with Bitcoin. And what we can get from that dream is the price 19,500, right? He said that he saw when it either dipped or went up to 19,500 Bitcoin. That's the price that he saw come down like crazy, right? So whether we go up, back to over 30K and we come down to 19,500, or whether we even go up to 19,500, watch that price range based on his dream. And also part of his video, he talks about algorithms that big institutional players use. If you want to watch that part, definitely go watch his video. But it's great information. He's a forex trader, so he knows about all these details regarding algorithms and all that. And he explains how vulnerable, right, all the markets are to these algorithms that are kind of like automatic. So if there's a hack with these algorithms, right, that can completely affect the market in a crazy way. And he also talks that when he saw Bitcoin flash crash down to sub-zero levels, it was the mother of all wicks, and it filled the whole screen. But this is a great video, and just in time, as we go into 2023, I'm going to be making a prediction for 2023 based on technical analysis, my opinion with the crypto markets. But I do believe big things are going to be happening in 2023, and hopefully the flash crash does happen. But we'll definitely be up to date with it, and I'll keep you guys here up to date. Join the free Telegram, and if you guys want to join my Discord, you guys can join it in my Patreon below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, God's Algo, for sharing your dream. Definitely go subscribe to him in the description below. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.